Alright. Welcome back to Reborn as a Vending Machine anime review, episode number, when it comes up here, 10. Yep, episode 10. The name of the episode is called The Clergyman and the Vending Machine. Yep, so we start out in the water stratum, where it's basically the aftermath of the previous several episodes, where they're basically repairing the wall, and of course, getting so hot. Hilamy is fixing the teleportation circle, which she gets mostly fixed, but it's not entirely fixed. You can't really transport a large group of people. All they can transport is 3 people. So, and of course, everybody gets like a little festival. We also, and of course, what about the big hole in the ground that, well, Boxer left? Well, it made it a temporary pool for everyone to swim in because it's so hot. And he kind of in the way, because basically you have Hilamy, Lamas, and a few other people who just really want a cold drink. So he basically has them follow him over to this pool, and they all just jump in, have fun, including the rich girl too, which is quite nice. And of course the bears, we have the festival, so they want ice cream, but instead Boxer makes them shave ice because it's a festival, a summer festival, and it just by sheer coincidence that we have an episode like this air during a period of time where in real life it's a heat wave, somewhat. Yeah. Which, yeah, it's been pretty hot this week. Today has not been too bad. I was outside, I was outside when I went to Wiregrass, but today was not that bad. Yesterday was actually pretty hot. Someone was saying my face a little pink yesterday. That's because I had to go back and forth a lot yesterday. So, there's that. So, they have the festival course, and of course they have every give us food, which of course the Hunter Association is paying for the whole tab, which is quite nice of them. So they had to get to the origin strata and possibly get maybe outside the dungeon, because they've been inside of this dungeon since the start of the show. So Hilamy, Lamas, Boxo, and the warrior who claims to be Boxo's apprentice, despite the fact Boxo claimed the apprentice. Then they proceed to teleport where the origin strata of the Magic Fools are. Of course, this first time they appeared this very season, and as they go to the monsters, everyone gets food. Stinga, who's one of my Magic Fools too, she of course gets a bunch of food. We have with the lady orphanage, gets very angry because her belly's big, but she gets basically that worked out, no problem. And then they proceed to go to a prison to check it out, see if anybody's there, and they mention, oh yeah, there's a pervert there who requests to be there for reasons. And then to discover this pervert is actually the healer of the Menagerie of Fools. It's like, this is where he's been. Also, the reason why he's a pervert because he's obsessed with footwear. And you can only keep the footwear for about a few days before it wears off the smell. And apparently, despite the fact he also let the prisoners out, where the heck these prisoners went, don't know. Maybe they got ate by monsters. Of course, casts illusion magic to protect a whole lot of people. Gets them all out. Of course, everyone gets cold drinks. And he proceeds to buy Director Origin's shoes from her. Look if she has a spare pair. But looking up, basically, the Captain Magic will proceed to return her shoes to her. And later on, we have the clergyman proceed to, his name is Heavy, proceed to drink warm tea out of a boot, but there's a cup inside, so you're not drinking out of the boot itself, because that would be gross. But the thing is, that's the thing they do in Australia, drink beer out of a shoe. And you know what it's called? It's called a shoey. And I'm like, from an American perspective, it looks gross drinking out of a shoe. But that's what Australians do. They like drinking out of shoes. Yeah, just every time I see that, I think about it, I've seen basically Grayson Waller do it. And I've seen also Bronson Reed do it too. And I'm like, ugh. Yeah, I get the fact it's over in Australia, but not in the U.S. People in the U.S. do not drink out of their shoes. So, then of course, basically, where, and that's pretty much it with that one. It's a really good It's also a moment here where Lamas basically wants to do next. But of course, by the way, the Catamount he does not know the fact that Boxo can kind of talk. He takes bits and pieces of his phrase and turns into actual sentences. So, there's that. But not much to say about the episode, so I think it's really good. I enjoy this one. No action. There's a little bit of action here, but not a lot per se. Yep. But great this imagine with fools again. Also, one thing I did notice about Seiko, her voice sounded like Brittany Kowalski, despite the fact she's the voice of a bear. They did mention the doors in the episode to get outside, but it's blocked. It's a little hard and difficult to open. I'm trying to find basically who's Yeah, they don't have a voice actor credit for director origin. Let's see if I can find it here because she just made her debut this very episode. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find out who actually is the voice of this woman. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sherry does wear this short shorts and a. Okay, here we go. Sui. Apparently, her voice actress is Hana Ayala. That's basically who voices her. And the character Aka, who is the red-haired kid. Red-haired kid. He actually is voiced by the guy who voices Bell from Izarunter Goes Dungeon. So yeah, he does get work outside of Sentai Filmworks. Not a lot per se, but I haven't seen a lot of the stuff the guy's been in, but I do enjoy his work outside of the stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty much a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. I'll probably see you all later after I get back from going to Culver's. And I'm going to hopefully get a chance to review for Dr. Stone next. Okay? Next video. Bye.